for Mike Brown. And let's send it back to the racetrack.
All right, thanks a lot, Jason. It looks like the 65-7-9 limited class early lead and Bell Helmet Hole Shot Award goes to Cody Wells out of Spring, Texas. And Wells coming into this Moto 5th, ranked into the championship with a 9 and a 5. Your front leaders in this one, Drew Adams with a 1-1. He has 2, and Will Conacher 2-2 for 4. Nathan Hummel rounding out the top 3 with a 4-4. Canyon Richards 5-7 is 4th right now heading into this Moto. And on the backside of the track now, working out of Storyland, we are headed to the Waterworks.
Hey, here's one more hilarious thing from that 25 plus. I just gave the bottle of champagne to Mike Brown. And he said, I don't have to shake it, do I? And I'm like, why, are you too tired? And he's like, yeah, I can't do it. I'm too tired. He's just going to carry it home.
I tell you, I have to say the funniest, that was funny when Ricky Renner said, I went for the handshake and I just needed somebody to hold me up.
Absolutely, yeah.
There it is, Drew Adams, the number 2 machine, pulling out to the lead now early on here, and now into the latter part of this first lap of racing. He has opened up quite a bit of a lead over that second place ride, Will Conacher. And Conacher is right back where we saw him as well in the number 2 spot coming into this one. As actually that's Canyon Richards with Conacher in 3rd, Landon Gibson is 4th, Will Mercer in the McCure in the number 5 spot. Jonathan Getz, the 22 machine, is 6th. Seth Dennis, the number 93, in 7th. Chase Anderson is 8th. Emil Latcher, the 55, in 9th. And Wyatt Bass rounds out your top 10. As we look a little further to give you an idea how this is breaking down, Blake Davies is 11th. The 21, Bo Leach is 12th. 13th, Colt Blecka, the 52. 14th, Bodie Barth, the number 69. Chase Williams, the 47, is 15th. Nick Frazier, the 36, is 16th. 73, Manuel Dumas is in the number 17 spot. Cody Wells, the 23, and 18th. Everett Clark, the 92, 19th. Brazen Deaver, the number 12, is 20th. And that's an idea what your top 20 looks like heading into this one. As we wrap up the first lap, it was Canyon Richards in the number 2 spot. As we pick him up here in this second lap of racing, Richards still holding on to the number 2 spot, with Conacher still back there in the number 3 spot. But it looks like that gap is starting to open up between he and the 3rd place ride of Conacher as well. Maybe a little more between he and Drew Adams, as Adams on a rail right now trying to get things taken care of. There's the 70 of Conacher, who comes into this moto with a 2-2, sitting 3rd right now. Still good enough for the overall 3rd as far as this championship is concerned. Canyon Richards, the number 16, who sits in the number 2 spot right now, just ahead of Conacher, took a 5-7 coming into this moto. This 2nd place finish will give him 3rd place overall for the championship season. Also back in the number 4 spot is Landon Gibson. Gibson finishing 6 and 9 coming into this moto. A 4th place finish here in Moto 3 will also yield him a 4th place for the championship as well. So a top 5 overall is what that rider is looking at. As far as the 41 of McCure is concerned, he comes into this one with a 12 and an 18 and a 5. Brings him just outside the top 10 overall in the 11th place position. But the battle out here on the track looks like it's starting to tighten up a little bit now as we check in with 2nd and 3rd place of Richards and Conacher. There is the 72 of Landon Gibson in the 4th place position. And look behind him, he's got McCure, Getz, and Seth Dennis all handlebar to handlebar, it looks like, as they jockey for position back there. And as we reassess the situation after 2 laps of racing, Adams still out front. Richards in 2nd now, 7.8 seconds back. Conacher 1.1 seconds. 4th place, Landon Gibson, 6 seconds back. 5th place, Will McCure. We see the 6th place ride, Jonathan Getz. Dennis in 7th. Chase Anderson is 8th. Emil Latcher in 9th. Cole Blecka in 10th. And a battle for 6th. And we see Dennis getting around Jonathan Getz there for the number 6 spot. As Dennis only a half second behind when they came by the finish line. Getz was about 0.7 of a second behind McCure, so we'll see a battle for that 5th place. Oh, down goes the 70 of Conacher now. That 2nd place ride is down. We see Will McCure has gotten by. That's going to jumble things up quite a bit here in this 3rd moto, and that could change things as far as the championship is concerned, especially depending on how far back Will Conacher has fallen and how much ground he can make up before the end and these checkers fly out here. 14 minutes left to go. He's got a lot of time left in a sense, but he's also got a lot of work, it looks like, to get done by the time those checker flags fly. We got the number 2 of Drew Adams still leading this one. Again, a 2:22 is his lap time. As we check back, there's Canyon Richards. We saw go by in the 2nd place position aboard the 16. And now Landon Gibson moves up into the number 3 spot from 4th place. So big move there for Gibson as Conacher goes down. He gets by. I believe McCure had gotten by. It should be now into the number 4 position. As we look at the 72 of Landon Gibson, he comes into this one, as we said, with a 6 and a 9. So this 4th place position, or now 3rd place position, will yield him at least a 4th place position overall. And again, depending on how far Conacher fell back, maybe even get him another position or 2 in the overall. Here comes the battle for 4th. The 22 of Jonathan Getz and the 93 of Seth Dennis have now moved into the 4th place position, I believe, of battling. As a couple of riders going by the wayside, a couple of those mistakes, as we said, one being Will Conacher. As look at this, leading into the final turns. One goes high, one goes low. Dennis on the inside, now goes to the outside, ducking to the inside that is Getz, and they swap up back and forth coming through there. Getz on the outside, crosses over, and now maintains the position. So it's Adams, Richards, Landon Gibson in 3rd. Jonathan Getz is up to 4th. Seth Dennis is 5th. Chase Anderson in 6th. Cole Blecka 7th. The battle for 6th now. Actually, this is a battle from 4th through 7th. If you look at the big picture, Jonathan Getz, Seth Dennis, Chase Anderson, Cole Blecka there, the 22, 93, 13, and 52, making their way through the Bell Helmet Forest now, heading toward the short chutes and the Red Bull Arch, a.k.a. here at Loretta Lynn's. It's not Roman architecture, but it's our Paris style. And now heading down these short chutes that have become a major rhythm section into the most noted rhythm section in amateur motocross, these 10 Commandments. And look at this battle, and beautiful shot. 4-way shootout right now for the 4th place position. Uh-oh, we lose the 13 machine in this one. Chase Anderson, who was running 6th, now drops back a few spots as he goes down in that 10 Commandments trying to remount that machine. He's back on track, but he's got some distance to make up. There's the 52 machine of Cole Blecka now. He is being challenged by, or has challenged, the 22 of Getz as he's made his way all the way up. Look at the changes and the differences that we see now here. Not even just barely 2/3 through this 4th lap of racing from what we saw whenever we entered this 4th lap. We'll see. It was a battle from 4th to 7th, and he went from 7th to 4th place position. So way to go, Cole Blecka. What a ride, putting things together. The 52 machine, not out of the ordinary for this young man. Even coming into this moto with a 13 and 8. We realize that he's got some potential. We know that the 22 of Jonathan Getz, we saw seen out of earlier motos and other classes, he had some major potential. I think he may even taken a moto win or close to it, led some motos out there in some other races, but Getz is certainly a top competitor here, no doubt about it, as he moves into that number, moves up through that pack. Seth Dennis, Chase Anderson, all these guys swapping back and forth. And here's the way we reassess it at the end of it. Adams and Canyon Richards, 20 seconds between 1st and 2nd. Landon Gibson is 3rd. Blecka in the number 4 spot. Getz is 5th now. Seth Dennis in 6th. Latcher moves up from 8th to 7th. We see Everett Clark in 8th. Will McCure drops to the 9th place position. Blake Davies is 10th. Will Conacher, only 10 minutes into this race right now. We do a check back. Will Conacher back in the number 15 position, up from 17th the lap before. So a little less than halfway to go now in this battle of the 65 7-9 limited class. Adams looking at 3 1s right now, and the closest competitor, the second place overall, Canyon Richards, has a 5.72 score right now. That is a 14 heading into this third moto. So right now, Drew Adams has an 11 or at least a 10-place cushion. He could go down and drop back to 10th place and likely still win this championship after winning the first 2 motos if things would stay the way they are with everybody moving up. So interesting scenario for him. I'm sure that's not what he wants to test right now, but look at this. The battle is still on back here a little further. The 22 getting back around Cole Blecka for that 4th place position back there in Storyland as they head toward the waterworks now. Starting to pull a little bit of a gap, and we're trying to look back to see what's going on behind Blecka. Seth Dennis not too far off pace when they wrapped up lap number 4, and we see that Dennis, the 93, is right there in the picture as well. He may be trying to strike while the iron is hot as well, and you see him closing in on Blecka. Blecka feeling like a punching bag, I'm sure, if that happens. But there's the 22, Jonathan Getz. Again, had taken over that 4th place position, but can he hang on to it? Look at this. Jason Wygant joining back into this one, my friend. And
oh, yeah.
This is turning into a heated battle. These are the types of races, and like Kevin Kelly said earlier, this has been the best racing for a solid week here at Loretta Lynn's I think we have ever witnessed, and this right here is just proving the point.
Yeah, we might have seen throughout the years some assorted great motos here and there that can measure up, but I don't think consistently we've seen this type of racing ever. Blecka gets duking it out right now.
Well, I think that's Seth Dennis now moving up into contention with
oh, man, Dennis on it too? Yeah, the 93.
Yeah, so he's trying to get on Jonathan Getz. Blecka getting a little bit of breathing room because of this. He has his biggest gap right now at 2.5 seconds as he lays chase to Landon Gibson in third. Gibson turning a 2:28 last time around, a 2:26. Those guys literally almost exactly 2 seconds apart in their lap times. 3 seconds separating him at the end of 6. We might see a battle shaping up for third. So this is going to get even more interesting, I believe, before the checkers fly on this one, Jason Wygant.
Drew Adams out front, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I like to call him the Chattanooga Shoot Drew. Drawing away from the field on the number 2. He's won titles here at the ranch before, second in this class last year. Canyon Richards, another one of the new riders on the Yamaha 65. Canyon's been quick here at Loretta's before. He's got an awesome riding area in New Jersey that he's put together. Rodney's got a trio of ladies up here to wave and say hi.
That's my fan club out there.
Look at that. They all came by just to wave at Rodney.
No, actually, we welcome out Team 969, which is a West Tennessee ATV motocross team coming in a week early. Get ready
to see Rodney.
Well, no, they came to see the finals of the Loretta Lynn's and also get ready for the finals of the ATV Motocross National Championship next weekend here at Dirt Days.
Yeah, Rodney just admitted it's true. The problem is that Rodney's girlfriend is here, so he's got to play a little bit.
And their husbands are with them, so you know it kind of.
Your girlfriend's husband's with her?
No, their husbands.
Their husbands. Oh, okay, all right. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
We're still watching Getz on the 22, trying to get Blecka on the 52 in front of him.
All righty, coming around for lap 6 complete. Drew Adams checks in a 25-second lead at the end of lap number 5. We see now a 30-second lead over Canyon Richards, the number 16. Here comes a battle for the 4th place position. Still Landon Gibson is in 3rd. We see Cole Blecka in 4th. And looks like Dennis has gotten around Getz. Getz dropping to the number 6 spot. But they're still tight, 0.6 separating those two.
That is ridiculous, those braking bumps. It doesn't even make sense that they could form up that way. Yeah, that KTM you see right there, that is Seth Dennis. Had him on the number 2 machine in a 50cc class earlier where he won the title. Showing he knows how to shift gears and work a clutch on a 65 quite well. Well, the 50 was an automatic, so he's just showing that he can. Well, he didn't do it on the 50, but he's doing it here on the 65. You get a good rider on a 65 like a Blake Baggett. Now he's trying to chase down Cole Blecka on the 52. You see them headed toward the 10 Commandments here. In no man's land in front of them, all by themselves. Third place is Landon Gibson, putting in a good ride on the number 72. Let's see if Dennis can make the pass. He does. Seth Dennis up to 4th. And also all by himself in 2nd is Canyon Richards. Drew Adams drawing away from the field. He has opened it up to 30 seconds. The Chattanooga Choot Drew. Battles continue to rage. Blecka, Dennis, Jonathan Getz, Everett Clark 7th, William Mercure, Chase Anderson, Cody Wells. That's the top 10. Emil Lacker 11th, Blake Davies 12th, William Caniguire 13th, Nathan Hummel, Caniger. Oh yeah, you got that dialed earlier this week, didn't you? Yeah. If we learned one thing this week, we did get Caniger's name dialed.
That's right. Caniger and DeFrancisco. It's not Chesco, Sesco.
Yeah.
It's like San Francisco.
Oh, is it Cisco?
It is.
Okay, well, good. Glad to know.
Ryder DeFrancisco. Yeah, you remember how Plessinger, like, he let us say his name incorrectly for so many years.
Actually, before he was born, because his dad let us mispronounce his name also.
So 30 years of mispronouncing Scott Plessinger.
It's Plessinger. Plessinger.
It is Plessinger?
Yes.
Yes.
You mean to tell me they let us do that for that long?
Yeah, and I literally said that
nice
to his dad. I'm like, Scott, are you telling us that they mispronounced your name since like 1991? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's an alias, I guess.
Man of few words. Yes.
No explanation. Nothing further than
well,
that.
I guess that's cool. He wasn't getting mad at anyone.
Hey, I think we got a white flag about to come out, if I'm not mistaken. With
all right, that means we're waving the white flag. I'm waving the white towel. I give up. I'm going down to the podium. I can't deal with you guys anymore anyway. I got my shades. I need to win one of these classes and get myself some female
women's Oakley glasses.
I'd wear Oakley. I'd just like to have some Oakley shades. I'd wear them if they were girls. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, you would.
I would.
You would, Rodney.
Yeah, you really would. I bet you'd wear a nice little camisole too, wouldn't you?
If it matched.
If it went with the glasses.
If it went with the glasses, why not?
There's Drew Adams. 1 out of half a lap to go here. This Lucas Oil last lap, and Drew Adams is going to lead it all the way through. Canyon Richards, man, what a lead. 34 seconds, Drew Adams.
We got the 2-lap board. We'll get the white flag this time around, I believe. So
he's just about to see it then, huh?
Yeah, he's at least almost a quarter of a lap ahead of everyone on the track. At least second place.
He was ahead of me. I thought it was on the last lap. Just around that golf cart turn. That's just perennial favorite parking spot for all the golf carts. Are loaded with people over there.
That's prime viewing over there. I spent some time over there this week checking the sound system and everything, and I found myself finding a good place to sit
to hang out with.
Yeah,
the shade.
Great
racing.
Great racing. You can hear real well. I mean, it was a nice place to check out for sure.
Here comes Drew. He's getting close to us here in the tower. Don't want to get too close to these riders. Look at all the kids in yellow, man. This yellow on yellow, yellow bike, yellow gear. Like, you can't tell if that's Drew right there or the other one. They all got together. So we're all going yellow this year, boys. It's like the Tour de France. They all want to wear that yellow jersey, but only one man can wear it, and this kid is going to do it.
Last lap of racing, the Lucas Oil last lap as Drew Adams heads into this one. 8 laps down, working on lap number 9. And, you know, I think that's a pretty neat idea. You know, we joke around about it, but wouldn't it be cool to have, like, the leader heading into the final moto have a different color bib or something like that?
That would be really cool.
That way we would know who. We could pick them out of a crowd. If they got the whole shot, they went down.
Yeah, we'd get 41 different bib colors on that last moto.
And you'd only need one.
I know, I'm just kidding. Oh, my God, what is green? What is blue? What is black? What is burgundy? Is that teal? Is that maroon? Is that fuchsia? Is that Klondike brown? Come on, where's Bob Ross when you need him?
There is Canyon Richards checking in now.
Rodney's done. We put in a Bob Ross reference.
I love Bob Ross, man. That was a great analogy.
He's on Netflix now.
Is he?
Yeah.
I know that's where I watch him at. Oh yes, and right up here is where little squirrel
The
lives.
sounds of that brush when he goes when he's making pine trees and he's making the green little
and the scraping of the knife across the canvas.
Rip. Yes. Oh. Like, Bob, what are you putting the tree way too close? But then Bob always has a plan.
Always. Adams, Richards, Landon Gibson in the number 3 spot, holding steady on that one. 6.93 will give him 4th overall. Conacher, look at this. A 2.210 is still going to give him 3rd place overall, while Canyon Richards is looking at a 5.72 for 2nd overall. But it's all about Drew Adams right now.
In his happy little place. Can't have just one winner. We got 40 winners.
And Drew Adams, as our producer says, Drew Adams is going to be sitting back in the camper with a drink before everybody else finishes this race. That's how much of a lead he has right now.
He's got a juice box waiting on him. Cranberry just pop it there. Suck that thing down right under the podium.
So Adams,
punch.
Yeah, Adams again, one of the few. We need to go through and see how many folks we do have with perfect scores this year. I imagine there's not a whole lot. There's several, but
there's 3 groups of 50s I know for a fact did. Those dudes did the little. Both the 46s and the shafts had 1-1-1 scores. So, and that's unusual. Last year we didn't have very many at all. It took a few motos in before we got one of those.
Well, with a 1-1-1 score here at the end of Moto 3, the 65cc 7 and 9 limited national championship will go to Drew Adams as he crosses the Sunoco checker flag there at this Rocky Mountain finish line. And of course, Drew Adams, again, a 2:26, 40-second lead leading into this final lap. Canyon Richards in the number 2 spot. We'll expect to see around in just a few moments. Landon Gibson in the number 3 spot, barring no changes, as Seth Dennis was trying to put the charge on just under 3 seconds. And here comes the 2nd place position of Canyon Richards. Again, Richards going to go 5.72. Not only will he take the silver medal in the Moto, but he will also take the overall 2nd as far as the finals are concerned. And Landon Gibson will finish up in the number 3 spot. We'll wait to see, and he'll get the Moto bronze, of course. And Seth Dennis will finish up in 4th. Gatz in 5th. Bleka in the number 6 spot. Everett Clark is 8th. 9th is Cody Wells. Actually, 7th is Everett Clark. McCure is 8th. Cody Wells, we're waiting on him to check in to see how that finishes up. He will hang on to that. And at the checkers for top 10, it will be Will Conacher, which will yield him 3rd overall. But your Moto medal winners will be Drew Adams with the gold, Canyon Richards in 2nd, and Landon Gibson in 3rd as we look at that Rocky Mountain top 10 leaderboard, and we head down to the Race Tech podium with Jason Wygant.
Yep, thanks. I already found our 3rd place finisher, Landon Gibson. He's going to follow me on up. Oh, that's an awesome story. There we go. All right, Matt Walker's proud. He's got a whole bunch of his pupils here up on the podium. Let's hear it for Landon Gibson. And Matt Walker from the Moto X compound telling me this kid learned to ride at Christmas time just about 8 months ago. On the 65. On the 65. Just switching over to the 65, shifting gears, grabbing clutches. Riding pretty good. Is this the first year you really took it serious?
Yes, sir.
And to get on the podium, you got to be stoked.
Yes, sir, I am. Super stoked.
What about next year, man?
Next year, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to win.
Yeah, that's all right, Landon. All right, man. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, especially Team Lake Hill for getting me here, and my bike's fast, Moto X compound, Matt Walker, Tim Bedore, and everyone else who I forgot to thank. Thank you.
There it is. Let's hear it for Landon Gibson, 3rd place. I'm going to high-five you on that. Good job, Landon. All right, thanks very much. You can go cool off. You got the job done. We'll see you at closing ceremonies. Let's bring our 2nd place finisher on up. Another one of the new Blue Crew riders on the 65. This one out of New Jersey. Solid performance. Let's hear it for the number 16 of Canyon Richards. All right, what's up, Canyon Richards? Tell me about that race, man. I was big battling behind you, but looked like you had a nice little gap built up.
Yeah, I got the whole shot, and I was fighting, and Drew went past me, but I got 2nd.
Who do you want to thank, Canyon?
Jesus, my mom and dad, Clear Car Practice, Chris Van, Psycho Trader, Rockwood Yamaha, Candy MX, NOS, Lynx, 60 100%, Atlas, Motocross Vest, Answer, the Wrist Brace Guy, Traction MX, Throttle Jockey, Nihilo, Flow, Recluse, Pro Taper, Dunlop.
All right, let's hear it for Canyon Richards, second place. All right, Canyon. And now we crown a champion with a sweep of the motos. That's going to equip him with a gold medal and the championship shield. Your champion in 65, Drew Adams. All right, lots of photos there for Drew. I'll tell you what, you've got this Loretta Lynn's thing figured out. You've been fast here year after year. How'd that moto go?
I just tried to stay safe and not crash because I knew that if I crash and get second, third, or down, then I wouldn't take the championship. So I started slowing down a little bit.
Cool. All right, that's exactly what you need to do to maintain it. Who do you want to thank, Drew?
My mom, Dad, Cobra, EBR, Dunlop, Tyson, 100%, Bell, Bellray, Moto Compound, Answer Racing, Roost, Atlas, Moto Seat, Pro Taper, Matt Walker, Timmy Bedore, Altus, Bill's Pipes, and everybody I forgot. Thank you.
Let's hear it for the Chattanooga Choot Drew, Drew Adams. And to get a whole shot award here real quick, we'll let Drew's, 1 second, we'll get the number one plate. I got to get a whole shot award in. Okay, Bell Helmet's whole shot award to Cody Wells. Let's hear it for Cody. Who do you want to thank, Cody?
My mom, my dad, the man up above, Seven, Bell, FMF, my trainer, Andrew Pierce, Freedom MX, and everybody else. Thanks.
Let's hear it for Cody Adams taking the whole shot. All right. Come back over here, Drew Adams. And now I'm going to present, once we get this photo done. All right. And now to present the number one plate in 65. Let's welcome from the AMA, Mr. Ricky Records. There's your championship for Drew Adams. And the whole Drew Adams crew can come up onto the podium if they want to take some photos. Bell Helmets rider, he gets the Bell Helmets gold helmet as a Bell Helmets championship competitor. Here you go, some more hardware for you, Drew. Grab that. And certainly, last but not least, it's getting the family in there. We're going to hand over the champagne so the family can come on up. Who wants to grab some champagne there? There you go. Who wants to grab a trophy? There you go. All right, take more photos with your whole crew. Drew Adams can enjoy it. He's got the AMA number one plate, the shield, the gold medal, the gold helmet, Oakley sunglasses, champagne. Enjoy. Send it back to the track.